It takes a village to raise a child. What is a village? Some of us don't even know what a village is. What is a community? What does it mean? It takes a child or it takes a village to raise a child. What does that mean? For me, what I've learned, the children are the future. And if the children are the future, and it takes a village to raise a child, then it takes a village to raise a future. Just thinking about that. Now, how can individuals within the community, how do they influence the children? Everybody has an influence on the children. Everybody has an influence on the future. Everybody is responsible for the next generations. Now is happening. We have to utilize now. We have time. We have to make time. We have space. Now, with that fact, really, that everybody has an influence on the children, because look at it like this. Even if you don't have children, you know somebody who has children. In a community, you may know somebody. Your vibrations, the way you're feeling, the way, you're speaking, what you're giving off is rubbing off on somebody else who is around, may be around children or has children. Now, this is children being people who are of the youth, being young. Psychologically, the brain becomes less malleable with aging. So as a child, those are crucial times to really be tending to the child, protecting the child, and guiding the child, and giving the child right knowledge and the tools and skills necessary in order to go out in this world, this chaotic world, and organize and stay centered and order the world. Being taught how to clean and within and without things around you. Order things. Your very presence needs to be ordering. Aligning. Now, how do I have an effect on an influence on the future or the children? So they say language is primitive. Before we were speaking, before a child learns language, because they have to learn it, before they learn it, the subconscious speaks using symbols. They see what you do, and they repeat what you do. They don't do what you say right away, but they'll do what you do. They're curious, So, what brought me to this topic is power. So many people will sacrifice children for power. But when it comes to their own children, some will even sacrifice their own. Duality. But when it comes to, for some, sacrificing their own children, they won't do it, but they'll gladly do it for somebody else. But when we have to work together for a child, it's different. A lot of people do things with selfish intent, inconsiderate of children, inconsiderate of the future. Self-sabotaging the self is sabotaging the future, the children. We must be the greatest example. How do you guide a child? How do you teach a child? You feed them slowly, you lead by example. We have to be the example, meaning we have to be the embodiment. No, if you fall down, cry that you fell, stay down for a little bit. No, you get up, learned, just like in football. I used to play football if you running the ball, you get tackled. You know why you got tackled? It's a lot to calculate, but you know why you got tackled. You have to adjust, okay, what weaknesses, strengths, what needs refinement, what needs improvement, what do we need to work on? Learn from the mistakes. Maybe I should have juked instead of trying to run him over. Maybe I should have ran his ass. Maybe I should have ran him over instead of juking him, or whatever it is. You have to be the embodiment. Okay, so sabotaging the self is a no-no. Yeah, I know it. Look, it's either you sacrifice your future or you sacrifice vices. Sacrificing children or the vices. I'm not sacrificing children. Can't do it. Can't do it. I'm not sacrificing the future for a lot of the times what we call recreational is just recreating the same thing stuck in the loop. It's time to improve and evolve, enlighten the self. Stop being so temporal, so of this place. Learn what is the source, what is the center, what is the higher self, what is your true desires, not your low desires. What are your higher desires? In consideration of the future. Children. So many children were just fed to the beast, fed to this world, for things that you can mold with your hands, for things that you can destroy with fire. Gold. Are we worth more than gold? How much is the future worth? But when we think about ourselves, that's when we feel like we don't matter. Feel like we're not participating. We got nothing to live for. You have an impact. You have power. Excuses, complaining, focusing on the negative will only bring you more awareness of negativity. Elevate. Wasting time is counterproductive. You're going the wrong way. You got to get the wheels spinning the right way. You got to make the time, and you got to consider the laws, principles, your morals, what is necessary. What will you leave to carry on? Never give up, but I'll die 1,000 times to save the children. Not in a lifetime, but I come back 1,000 times and do whatever's necessary to save the children. Not my future. Fuck my future. My future is just a part of it. It's not, I don't want to say F my future. You get what I'm saying? No, excuse me. It's bigger than me. It's so much bigger than me to the point where I'm just a drop in the ocean. But I'm still a portion. Every link need to be strong. No excuses, no complaining. You fall, you get back up.